Hello and welcome back. This week for home learning art, we'll be looking at Greek vases. The ancient Greeks made pots for a number of different uses. For example, to serve food, store wine or other liquids, and even to keep cremated remains of people. Wow. So, we're going to make an authentic Greek vase using materials you have lying around your home. Firstly, to get the red colour you see on most Greek pots, you're going to need Attic iron-rich clay. The iron makes it look red.
We don't have that!
Next, you're going to need a potter's wheel. I recommend the Gladstone Staffordshire wheel.
We don't have that!
Okay, how about an RM2322 kiln? Do we have one of those?
We don't have that!
How about Greek vase-shaped sugar cookies? How does that sound?
Yeah!
So the ingredients are here. There are plenty of instructions on how to make the dough, so I'll go through it quickly. 2 cups all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, half a teaspoon fine salt, half a cup, about a stick, of unsalted butter, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 large egg, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we've got all the materials here. So what you need to do is you need to sift the dry materials into a bowl here and then cream together the butter and the sugar using an electric mixer.
We don't have one of those.
We don't have one of those.
No, we don't.
So I'm going to have to do it, aren't I?
A few minutes later.
Once it's thoroughly mixed, you add 1 spoonful of the dry mixture at a time and mix up until it's thoroughly combined. Then you have to put it in the fridge for an hour. 1 hour. While you're waiting, you can design the vase on the worksheet below. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Roll out half the dough at a time, keeping the remainder of the dough in the refrigerator. On a lightly floured surface, roll the dough to about a quarter of an inch thickness and cut into the shapes you're going to do. Use a knife or even Play-Doh tools to cut the shapes of your vase and draw a design on it. Cut thin lines onto it so they'll still be visible after they've cooked. The worksheets below have templates for the vases, or you can cut them out if you don't feel confident with your cutting skills. There are 2 different types of designs were commonly featured on the pots. One of them is geometric shapes, either squares, spirals, or the like. The other one is figures. They came later on. Score design onto the cookies and place the 2 cut out cookies 2 inches apart on an ungreased cookie sheet, and then put the cookie sheet in the fridge for a few minutes before baking. This will help the cookies retain their shape. Bake until just before the edges of the cookies start to brown, 8 to 10 minutes. Cool the cookies for 1 to 2 minutes on the cookie sheet before removing to wire racks to cool completely. The ancient Greeks used black paints to colour the pot. The black paint was a mixture of alkali, potash or soda, clay with a bit of silicon content, and some black ferrous oxide of iron. The paint was affixed to the pot by using urine which burned away in the heat of the kiln, binding the paint to the clay. I do not recommend peeing on your cookies. Use a mixture of icing sugar, water and food colouring instead. When you've iced your cookies, wait for them to cool down and then display them for the world to see. Or eat them, that works too. Once you've polished off all those cookies, use that sugar buzz to complete these additional tasks. Learn about the history of pottery with this reading comprehension. Have you ever made a pot yourself? Describe the process and how it turned out. Imagine you travel back in time with some plastic containers, pick an ancient civilization and describe their reaction to them. Well, that's all for this week. Catch you next time after the inevitable sugar crash. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.